Welcome back. Kevin's Mobile Repair, 2012 Honda Accord, doing an AC compressor and a condenser. This was more efficient and cheaper to do the whole AC condenser instead of just the dryer, but the dryer itself is attached to the side. But it's not too hard to replace, but condenser's got to come out in anyways in order to replace, and this looks pretty nasty, so this was a good call. All right, so here we go. AC compressor, not too much of a problem. You'll need a 17mm wrench or ratchet in order to get the belt off. There's the tensioner bolt right there. It will rotate out towards the front of the car, slip the belt off. 10mm there, 10mm nut right below there on that AC line. So once the freon's evacuated, then you can take the nuts off, take the lines off, move the line out of the way, move this one out of the way. 14mm long bolt there, 14mm long bolt there, and then you can't see the two shorter bolts are down below there. Those are real pain in the butt to get to. I used a ratcheting 1/4 inch with a short 12 in order to get to the ones on the side. I was able to get the wrenches and 12mm ratcheting wrench in order to get the other one. But those two long bolts will not come out until the actual compressor itself comes out because the frame is in the way. I got everything up top. You might be able to get stuff a little bit easier down at the bottom, but I was able to get all up top with no big deal. Also take this fan right here, 210s, AC and a connector right there. This whole fan assembly comes out of the way, makes getting to those bolts in the AC compressor easier. Just pull it out when you're doing an AC compressor job. Depending upon who you get the part from, you do want to make sure that it is fully loaded, which means it has full amount of oil for the entire system. If not, drain the old one, put the same amount of oil of the correct type back in. Otherwise, brand new ones are usually fully loaded, but you'll have to double check that every single time. Next, AC condenser. Take off this radiator bracket, this radiator bracket. There is this 10 right here, this 10 right here, and this holds little bracket, looks like similar to this, to hold the actual condenser in place. 10 there for condenser bolt, 10 there for condenser bolt. Once you undo those, I just moved the radiator and assembly with, I didn't even take this fan out, radiator and everything out of the way. Condenser comes right up in between the radiator and this cross member. Piece of pie, comes right out with no issues. Do the same reverse process going back in. If you have them, replace the O-rings. If not, mine came with the kits and stuff like that. So oh, you also want to make sure that you swap over those little rubber grommets on each one of the four corners that sits it in place. 2 for the ones up here and 2 down at the bottom. Then after that, we charge up your system. You can use little mini cans, you can use the big one. Here in Georgia, with our temperatures and stuff like that, I want to see around 220 on the high side and about 35 to 40 on the low side. Then I know the system's completely full. Fan kicks in, drops the pressures down where they need to be, and then everything's good. Of course, check it at the vent, cold as piss, good to go. Oh, I also did take this and that stuff out of the way, but that's pretty self-explanatory to get to this stuff. Other than that, there's not really too much to this. I already fired it up. AC is nice and cold. Customer's gonna be happy. So now I'm just gonna put the paneling and stuff back on, and away she goes. Any questions or comments, please feel free to let me know.